I do apologise. I was rather poorly after having my second vaccination. So I had it on a Thursday and then I woke up Friday feeling rather poorly.
Yeah.
So I couldn't come and do Happy Train. So I do apologise and yeah, I hope...
and I don't think you were ready for me to do it on my own. I need a little bit of guidance. So she needs to keep me down.
So we're actually a week behind. We were going to chat all about sort of women and inspiring women in our lives in preparation for International Women's Day, which was on Monday, so Monday just gone. So we had planned that for last Friday. So we thought, you know what, let's talk about it this week, because it's still the same week and it's even Mother's Day on Sunday. So happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.
Happy Mother's
Hope
Day.
you have a lovely time on Sunday. I hope you get treated and spoilt and you don't have to do a dish or
I think one massive
dinner.
positive thing is that you're going to have a lot of mothers celebrating on Monday, because a lot of people's children are going back to school on Monday.
Yes.
So
not both of mine, but yeah, there's going to be quite a few people going.
Only one of mine. But yeah, but still, homeschooling's just been hard, and for a lot of people, isn't it? So I think
So yes, big up to all you mums out there who have been juggling all of this. I mean, yes, of course, big up to dads as well, but because we're celebrating women, we're particularly talking
It's all about the girls
women.
this week.
It is all about
We'll do the men another time. It's all about the girls.
I just find, personally, just speaking for my own self and friends and things like that, that usually the women are the ones who are taking on more of the responsibility at home, and the ones who are juggling, you know, a career, a job, plus the kids, plus the housework, plus everything else that goes on.
It's not always the case, but
no, it's not always the case, but there's
majority, I would say.
I personally experience a lot of that with my own sort of friends and the people that I talk to, and you know, we just want to say big up to all you women, because you know, I think historically, obviously there's been this inequality with men and women historically, and you know, we're not on a level playing field, or haven't been perceived to be on a level playing field. And I think it's important to kind of, you know, give everybody a boost and say, you know, pat me back for everything that you're doing.
Definitely.
And that we, you know, every human being is equal. We are all born exactly the same. That baby that comes into that world, you know, is a blank canvas. And if you can teach that baby, you know, that we are all equal,
because we are,
no matter what our sex or our religion or our colour, you know, we are all equal, and we are, you know, let's give them good values and belief systems and morals, and you know, make them feel good about themselves. It doesn't matter whether you're,
because then they will pass that on. You know, and it will spread. It will, you know, just give them that from the very beginning, and they will then teach their children, and they will, you know, that will pour out of them.
So who have been sort of inspiring women in your life, and who is kind of, for you, Trace, who do you think, oh, do you know what, I'm, you know, that's kind of the person that I want to be, that's the sort of...
I was thinking about this last week, and I found it quite difficult, because different people inspire me for different reasons. Like, I like people who, against all odds, achieve. You know, I love the underdog getting there, and now more and more women seem to be making a career out of nothing. Or like, for instance, then, like J.K. Rowling, I love the story of her, because she was a single mum writing her book, her Harry Potter's.
My favourite.
Oh, I know, I love Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
But in a cafe with a baby, you know, that to me is just amazing. And we are really powerful. Women are really powerful. We're strong. We, you know, it's not the comparison between a man and a woman. You know, men are strong, and not just physically, emotionally, but we need to embrace that. And I love people who do that. Like Oprah. I mean, look what she had to overcome.
She's awful.
All the racism and you know, was it Alabama is that where she's from?
I think so.
Yeah, kind of, you know, but racism was huge, and look where she is.
And I think there was a lot of abuse as well that she went through as a child. And,
but terrible things happen to people, and we can overcome it. And those people inspire me. And I had the most fantastic grandmother. She was feisty and like much like we were talking about this when we. But my grandmother, she demanded respect, and she thought she was something. She honestly, she lived till she was 99. But she thought she was the cat's whiskers. She was like, look how high I can kick my leg. Don't you speak to me like that. And she'd say exactly what she thought. And you'd think, oh, you can't say that. But I love her for it.
No, I love my grandmother. So my Nanny Nancy, she was incredible for that. Just being strong and resilient and outspoken. And this is what I think. And I do not care if you agree with me, if you don't agree with me, if I offend you. I'm just speaking my truth.
Unfiltered.
And unfiltered, authentic, not afraid to be you. And I think that is so important. If I could, like, I haven't got daughters, but if I could give, young women something, would be you. Just be you. Be authentically you. Don't kind of have to fit into what society says you should look like and behave like. And
unfortunately, Rhi, I have a 17-year-old, and that is what they're all doing. They're all trying to fit into this. It's social media. It's who looks that way, and I absolutely hate it. I had a conversation last night actually with my daughter about this, and I said very similar. Just be you. Know who you are as a person and be proud of yourself. I literally said, you are beautiful and you're clever and you're funny and you need to own it. If I could give
having
her
that self-worth.
Oh my God, if I could give, it took me a lot of years to know my self-worth, and I don't want that for her. I wanted to know it now. If I could give her any gift and just click my fingers, I'd say, know your worth. You'll set boundaries. You'll be stronger, you'll make better decisions, you won't put up with any nonsense, and we shouldn't. As women, we should know who we are and we should demand that.
But I think unfortunately though, when there's so much in the media, women are getting bad press all the time, and it doesn't matter, if a woman dresses a certain way, it's, provocative. The list goes on and on and on and on and on of how women are perceived compared to men.
And they should do that and they shouldn't do that.
And I just feel it's really, really hard for youngsters these days. And, if anything, I'd be like, get away from all of that. Get away from social media, get away from the newspapers and the magazines and stuff, and literally find out who you are.
But will they?
And what lights you up.
What makes you happy?
What makes you happy? What lights you up? What's your passion? What gives you tingles? What excites you? And I think unfortunately, youngsters are not doing that. They're just being led by, I've got to look a certain way because that's what the Kardashians are doing, and I've got to drive a certain car, and I've got to, and it's
I've always been impressed and excited, maybe is the wrong word, but impressed by people who are not the norm. I remember being in school, and there were girls that were really into fashion, and they would be you consider it kind of wacky. I love that. I love that someone can go to a charity shop and put on different types of clothing, and they do not care. They own that outfit. And my daughter wouldn't dream of it. Oh no, it has to be this, and that has to match, and that has to look right, and that's what I want. I want for you to get your identity. And when we first met, I know I say that it took me a long time to know my worth, and yes, it did, but I always had a little quirkiness. I'd always have a leopard print bow or a wacky pair of shoes or something, and that's your identity, that's your stamp. This is me, this is my fun bit. And that's we all should do. Find out what that is.
Exactly. And whether it's in what you wear or the things that you do, the activities you do, the job you pursue, it's everything. It's what makes you happy. And
what makes you
love yourself enough to know, you know what, I am worthy and I'm deserving of an amazing life. And I'm going to have that amazing life, and I'm not going to listen to what they are saying or parents are saying or boyfriend is saying or husband is saying. I'm literally going to live my life the way I want it, and it's going to be real, it's going to be authentic, it's going to be real.
I was just going to say, live your life authentically.
You know, and love yourself, have fun with it, have fun with life, you know.
Totally.
Why everything is just too serious and people are put in boxes and,
but it's
you know,
rigid, isn't it? And we kind of
labelling people and judging people and
do what's expected of us. And I mean, I fell into that. I did what my mum did. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't say that. And then I even felt a bit naughty when I started saying, and you know, they weren't big things, but when I started to come outside of the box and say, oh no, actually, I don't want to do. I felt like, oh, I shouldn't say that.
I know.
Now you can't shut me up. I can't do what I want.
Now we want to shut up.
Yeah. Now they want to ring me in.
Oh dear. But no, do you know what? I think with COVID and everything, I think there's a turning point in the world now. I think there's, you know, all these issues are being addressed. You know, of sexism and inequality and
racism. There's a lot coming out at the moment, isn't there?
There is a lot coming out, and I think it's needed. I think this world needs to have a bit of a shake-up, and you know, we need to kind of just be kinder to one another.
Oh, just be nice, innit?
Just be nice, just be kind.
Be nice, innit?
I know.
Just like those basic rules, isn't it? Treat people how you would wish to be treated yourself.
Yeah.
Be happy. Do things that make you happy. They all sound really simple, but we don't. People don't, and I've fallen into it myself. So
and love yourself.
Definitely.
Know your worth and love yourself.
And each other. I love you.
Thanks. Are we going down that route now, are we? We love each other. We're declaring our love.
On national
Live.
TV.
Hang on, we haven't got the TV deal yet.
Oh, right, okay.
It's on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm sure now that I've done an Oprah mention, there will be a... we just wanted to celebrate women today.
Celebrate women and just, you know, there's so many fantastic women out there. We have so many fantastic women in our lives.
We're women dominated, aren't we?
We've got women everywhere here. You know, and they're just fantastic at what they do, and they just bring so much positive energy to this place. And we're just really
professional, fun. We're all mums. Well, most of us are.
Yeah.
And
we're rocking it. We're mums who are rocking it.
Banging.
Yeah. And Tracy's favourite word, banging.
We're banging.
So happy Mother's Day to all your mothers out there.
Happy Mother's Day!
And a big up to all the women out there who are rocking it, and we will catch up with you next week.
See you next week. Bye!